Fox 5 has learned the name of the suspect arrested in a police shooting that resulted into an hours-long barricade. According to court records, George Barrios faces several charges, including assault with a deadly weapon. Metro Police say it started around 5 o'clock last night at an apartment complex near 11th and Ogden. Officers responded to a call for a man acting erratically and destroying property in the complex. They say when officers found him on the 4th floor, he pulled out what officers thought was a gun, prompting officers to open fire. That suspect then ran into a nearby apartment and barricaded himself for several hours. He was eventually taken into custody. No one was hurt, including that suspect who had no gunshot wounds.